Good evening and welcome to 27 Minutes here on WJTS 27. I'm Kurt Gutgsell. Dubois County will be getting a new 211 service. Jane Chappell, the director of that service, she stopped by the WJTS studios to explain the program.
211 in Dubois County came about as a result of a meeting in March when we had a focus group meeting with Generations, and Mayor Kemp from Huntingburg hosted the meeting to basically look to see if we wanted to participate in a national program. 211, as I said, is a funded national program, similar in many ways to 911, some of the other 1-1 kind of programs that are out there. The reason why TRICAP and Generations would be involved is because we are both social service providers, with Generations being the senior citizen provider and with TRICAP being the social service provider for families and children. So it became logical to think that our county might want to participate in this to allow people to have a quicker access to social services in the county.
And a committee was formed?
Yes. At that point, at the original meeting, we had representatives from 911, from county government, from city government, from township government, from Memorial Hospital, at that time, I think the only hospital in the county. We had representatives from a couple of the largest social service agencies, and at that time it was determined that this was really a good effort for us to make for the county, and we selected a group that would serve as an advisory group.
Do you know these people? Or?
Yes, actually the advisory group is made up of John Berger, who is a Dubois County Commissioner, Mayor Gail Kemp from Huntingburg, Beth Stein, who is with Crisis Connection as the Executive Director, Alan Hoffman, who's with, I believe, the Sisters of St. Benedict's, but he's also on the board at Generations. Rita Howell is assisting with Memorial, or it will be Ray Snowden. It depends on what activity it is. Myself as a co-chair and Ann Jacoby as the other co-chair.
Looks like you have a great committee put together.
Well, you know, we've been really lucky. We've added, actually, and I forgot to mention, we have Glenn Hope from Hope Equipment in Huntingburg to participate as well, representing a small business area, because we feel there's an impact for every citizen in the county.
I know a release just came out recently that 211 would be available in the county on January the 7th of this year. And so I'm sure there is a lot of planning going on, and there is a meeting scheduled. Just what kind of planning do we need to have this ready to go on January the 7th?
Okay. Generations, because they are currently an information and referral source for senior citizens, have the actual structure of 211 in their area. We are just expanding it. It is a telephone-activated referral line, so therefore we had to look to see what particular group could house the actual service that is Generations. What we have internally then in the county is we needed support, because 211 should be a public-private partnership. It should involve government as well as private citizens and community agencies. So we've been working to build that group. As a result of that, we've been working to build the database. We have over 450 social service programs or types of services available to county residents, and sometimes even to the region. And with that in mind, we need a database that actually has true and accurate information on those service providers. So we have a database committee that's being chaired by Beth Stein. And then John Berger has been working with a group of people to basically also secure the funding from a public-private partnership basis. We would like to have support from government, but we also want support from people who receive the benefits.
Yes. And area businesses and organizations could reap those benefits.
Yes, actually anyone, when you think of something that is social service based, you realize that you don't have a need until you actually have a need arise, and then you start looking to see what's out there. So basically at any time, all of us are people who could call 211. We want the information to be accurate. We want the people listed in the 211 directory to have accurate information as well, and a way for that call to actually get to them. So that is the other component that we built into this. Our goal is to be, as public as we can about this, and our meeting on the 22nd will actually address some more publicity then on 211.
Really, if there is anyone that the public is invited to the 22nd meeting?
Yes, it is. There have been invitations sent out to the social service providers to make sure that they are there, because we want their buy-in as well. But the public is invited, and we actually invite them for a couple of reasons. Number one, we need their input. Number two, we want to make sure that if there are any social services out there that we don't know about, that we have that name and that information. And thirdly, it's in the new event center in Huntingburg, and so we expect people to kind of come by and want to see the building. I just passed it coming in because I was out of the office this morning, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So people are looking forward to seeing it.
So that's Wednesday, August the 22nd at 3 p.m.?
Yes.
At the event center?
Yes, and the meeting is really only scheduled to be about an hour. We will answer questions. We want to make sure that that opportunity is there, and Lucinda Nord, who runs the Indiana 211 program, will be there. So this is an opportunity for people to get their questions answered.
Some people may think of 911. What is the difference between the two?
Well, 911 is really the police medical emergency call. You either need police or you need a medical emergency transport, immediate care. Yes. 211. Let's say my mother fell. She lives by herself, and I need to line up some care. And I'm going to start calling. I can call 211, and I can ask that operator to help me find who does care for seniors, how is it listed, what all types of services are available. So it's more of an information and a referral number.
And of course, then some people will say, who does this really serve?
Well, it actually serves everybody, but I believe at the start we'll probably serve people who have more immediate needs. School's starting. We may have somebody that calls. If it would be live right now, we'd have somebody calling saying, where could I get school supplies? I need help. I need help paying my school registration fees. That could be there. Could be somebody moving to the area saying, what's the housing? What's available? Could be, do we have transportation? How do I get it? What does it cost?
This program is in several counties in the state already.
Yes.
It's moving to be statewide.
Yes, it is.
And I guess eventually nationwide there's that push.
Yes, and actually many states have gone to a statewide center. That's in the national information that you can get on 211. Indiana has several regional centers, and almost all of them will be operated on a multi-county basis to pay for the cost of actually having a live person answer the phone. And
this is a 24/7 answering service?
24/7, 365 days a year, yes.
So whenever there's a need, no matter what time of the day, other than an emergency,
right,
they would call 211.
Right. And if it's through normal business hours, which you would expect to be like 8 to 5, it'll be answered in Vincennes. If it's after those hours, it's going to be answered in the Indiana 211 office by a live person. They have our database. So at that point, they will make the same referral. The difference will be that a call that's answered in Vincennes will have more of a local knowledge base to Dubois County, and therefore I think they'll work a little bit more, in more detail, maybe with the individual to really determine what they need. 211 is certainly capable in Indianapolis to handle a referral. That's not the problem.
I know today people move move from community to community and do not know what is available, what can we do. I think the 211 that you have initiated here to start on January the 7th, Jane, is something that's very necessary.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Our agency receives in a year's time, I would venture a guess at least 100 calls a week on where do I go for this, what do I do, how How do I get help with this? Where do I find care for so-and-so? We're hoping that this will make it a little smoother for the person calling. Many times people have to call multiple places, and at least with 211 you'll do one call.
And again, the meeting day is when?
The meeting is Wednesday, August 22nd at 3 o'clock at the Huntingburg Event Center, which is at 110 East 14th Street in Huntingburg.
Now, one more thing. At that point, if a business wants to be involved, how do they get involved? I almost forgot.
Well, if a
to
business
get them involved.
If a business wants to be involved, we want them there. In many ways, a business can do this for a couple of purposes. Number one, they can do it for their employees, that they make sure that they have someone knowledgeable to send that employee to when they have an issue. That might keep them from coming to work. I mean, I think about it on that basis a lot. Mm-hmm. Secondly, it also helps if you're a business and you have tie-ins to certain services. It's going to expand a little bit of your marketing and your network. So if a business wants to get involved, we'd like for them to call either myself or Ann. I can be reached at 482-2233, and Ann can be reached if Vin sends at an 800 number, 800-742-9002. And all we basically want is anyone who's interested should basically let us know.
It's now time for a WJTS 27 Health and Home Update.
Do you know where your food comes from? Government-banned antibiotics and known carcinogens have been detected in Chinese agricultural exports, and not only in pet food ingredients, but also in fish. With only 1% of imported foods inspected by the FDA, the next time you're ordering the catch of the day or buying fish to grill at home, you may want to ask where it came from.
Tests of fish have found FDA-banned antibiotics, including fluoroquinolones, an antibiotic used by foreign fish farmers, as well as known carcinogens, malachite green and crystal violet. Grocery stores are required by law to post a food's country of origin. However, many don't, and those that serve potentially contaminated imports may be putting the well-being of their customers at risk. Fish is a vital part of any balanced diet, but it's important for consumers to ask where their fish is from in order to make informed decisions about what they feed their families. American farmed catfish are raised under the strictest standards in pristine, eco-friendly ponds supplied from freshwater sources. They're fed homegrown feed, and the entire industry is closely monitored by several state and federal agencies, giving families peace of mind at their dinner table. For more information, visit hhrtv.com/fish.
Are you hungry? Well, it's time for dinner made easy.
Today we're making just about the fastest dinner you've ever seen without even firing up the stove. These adobe chicken wraps use leftover chicken and are on your table in just 10 minutes. Here's how easy it is. In this bowl, I'm adding some leftover chopped chicken. Now, if you don't have any in your fridge, you can stop by the deli and grab some rotisserie chicken. Okay, add to this a half a cup of salsa, 1 can of drained and rinsed black beans, and 1 small can of drained corn, and mix this all together. Now you just take this mixture and spread it along the bottom of a plain or flavored tortilla. I'm using spinach here, but you can use whatever you like. Add a little sour cream. And here's the fun part, rolling them up. Take the bottom edge of the tortilla and fold it over the top of the filling. This helps keep the filling inside so it doesn't leak out when you eat them. Fold the left and the right sides over that. Fold the top down and flip the wrap over just like this. The key here is to not overfill your tortillas so you're able to roll the tortilla up completely. Dinner is that simple. No cooking, almost no cleanup, and look at this easy and super quick chicken wrap on the plate and to your table in just 10 minutes. For this recipe and many more, go to the website.
When we come back here on 27 Minutes, we'll talk to Jasper native Scott Rolen and Louisville native Todd Wellmeyer, both of the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals on quite a surge. We're back with that right after this. Welcome back. The St. Louis Cardinals are starting to get hot. Just on Wednesday, Scott Rolen had 4 hits, including a home run and double against the Milwaukee Brewers. Rolen has been battling that sore left shoulder. Late in July, he got a cortisone shot to help alleviate the pain. He will have to have a surgery to clean up scar tissue. That surgery won't take place until the Cardinals deem themselves out of the National League Central race. Right now, though, the Cardinals are just 3.5 games back of Milwaukee in that race. Last week in the Lou, Rolen said the shot has helped him swing the bat.
The shot was helpful, definitely. It doesn't stay in there forever, which is unfortunate. But, I'm in a situation where I get a chance. I'm going to go out and play every day, and there might need to be, definitely going to need to be something that happens down the road. When that is, we don't know. I mean, I'm probably going to have another procedure, and that's just a matter of time when that is. So, I'm going to keep going out and playing.
What do you do as far as the team-wise? You just play out and see what happens later on here in the season?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't think anybody's thrown in the towel or given up, and we're 6 games back right now. We're not where we want to be, but if we can push and try to get over the hump, then we'll stay out here and keep playing, and maybe I'll fire another shot in there.
Rick Ankiel's coming up. I mean, you've seen him in spring, and what's your take on him?
Well, I always knew him, as a pitcher and facing him as a pitcher. So we played him in spring. He was hurt this spring training a little bit. So I haven't seen him hit a lot. You see him work in the cage. I haven't seen him hit a lot, but he's put up some big numbers in AAA. So we'll check him out.
The home run thing with Bonds just happened. What's the thoughts in the clubhouse and through baseball with players with his accomplishment?
Well, I think it was a matter of time. It wasn't whether he was going to do it or not going to do it. He's definitely going to do it. And we played against him, for a long time, and I think he's well recognized as one of the greatest players in the game. And it's one of the greatest players in the game. It's going to break a record like that.
When you get that shoulder fixed, you can be able to play golf.
That's part of the rehab. Part of the rehab on the shoulder fix.
One of Rolen's teammates with the Cardinals, Todd Wellemeyer, has been out for about 5 weeks with a sprained elbow. The Louisville native with relation in Dubois County says he is starting to get ready to pitch again.
I've been throwing the last couple days. I get to throw a bullpen on Sunday, and I'll travel with the team, throw a couple more bullpens, and then hopefully do a rehab start sometime next week.
What exactly happened? You were going in a little bit of a groove there. You had that good start. What happened there?
I'm thinking I just nailed my elbow on my knee. I was following through a little bit too much, getting out front, and sprained my elbow. And it's hard to tell how long exactly it's going to take, but once it's better, it's better.
Did you enjoy starting as opposed to relieving there?
Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, to be able to command the game and get some ABs. Oh yeah.
What is going to be your role when you get back? Did they talk about that yet?
No, I have no idea. I'm expecting to come out of the bullpen. Because I was demoted not really demoted, I was moved to the bullpen right after my last start, and then I got hurt. So I'll come back and probably in the bullpen.
Rolen, Wellemeyer, and the Cardinals have a big series in Chicago this weekend. This will wrap up this edition of 27 Minutes here on WJTS 27. For the entire crew, I'm Kurt Gutgsell. Have a great night.